Hannah,
Oh, hi, Callie.
how you doing?
Doing alright.
I'm hanging in there.
It's good. You had very ironic timing. I just started streaming.
Fun.
Yes.
Hannah,
Oh, hi, Callie.
how you doing?
I absolutely forgot that I had
Was
my
it-
own stream up on my thing.
Ah, I'm losing my mind.
How are you losing your mind?
Typing.
Typing?
I have 2 weeks left. I have 2 weeks. I have to for 4 chapters.
Girl. You should get on the art thing.
The art thing.
The art thing.
I'm gonna need more nouns.
You should totally do the art thing.
What art thing?
The writing.
I'm so confused.
You said that you were running out of time.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now, Connor.
I am aware. That's what I said. Is you should do the art thing. You should do the thing.
Ignore my messy ass, Jessica. I'm doing it. I'm doing my best.
That's good.
I have 2 weeks to finish 4 chapters. So I can give it to Justin Ryder, and I'm freaking out because I procrastinated because everything hit my bullshit all at once this month.
Callie.
Listen, I had to bury a family friend, and then my dad went septic, and then I was in and out of the hospital. like same day.
Mm.
And then it was like a week and a half of dealing with that.
Fun.
So I'm trying. I'm trying.
We accept the tries.
Just let me know if my keyboard becomes a problem.
Nah, you're good. It's been so long since I've streamed.
I have secretary keyboard.
Oh, a secretary keyboard?
Hold on.
Like very clicky clacky?
Yep. Then it changes color. I got it at Ocean State Job Lot for $12. And I think it's cooler than my husband's that cost like $200.
Nice.
What? You
There
bastard jizz. There we go. You owe me a Coke.
No! I'll get you Dr. Pepper, that's better.
How about Moxie?
Moxie? So this might be just showing how young I am. What is a Moxie?
It's a Midwest favorite. It is basically Coca-Cola but bitter.
Bitter Coca-Cola?
Yeah, most people hate it. I love this shit. Me and my cousin Evan drink it like it's water.
Okay.
Because I don't really like sweet things. I like sour. I like savory. I like Coke because it's like the most savory, I guess, of the sodas. Like it's not super sweet. And then I discovered Moxie, and I'm like, oh, I'm fucked.
Okay.
And thank God that the Geisler's down the street from my house always has like 1 or 2 cases. So, kind of hard to find. There is a general store in Williamsburg that's like an hour and a half from here that's like just Moxie products for some reason. And I'm like, we're in New England, honey. Like, what are you doing? Growing tough and jagged. It resembled.
Forgot the picture was on top. I need the picture to be down bottom.
I want to do art, like draw, so bad. I am not allowing myself to do it.
Because you gotta do the thing.
Yeah, because I would just stop. Like I did one, the one I posted in the group, and the original art, like a sketch for the Shiori thing, because that's the person I'm gonna go see in Ohio is my friend Sora and her character.
No.
Because she was doing the one of me, Callie and Fury, and I was like, I'll do a doodle just like as a treat. But then I'm not allowing myself to ink it until I actually get to Ohio. Because I'm gonna have. I get there at 9 in the morning. She's not gonna be able to pick me up until at least 7 at night. So I'm gonna have some time. So I figured I'd give myself a sketch, and like that would be my thing that I do while I'm waiting. Well, Are you doing an animation?
Well, it makes it a PNG. And Procreate Dreams in itself is very stuffy.
It's hard. I've been using it to make that Karma animation thing. It's a pain in the ass.
Using it in general is alright, but I just had it twice go to the part where I have a picture in the flip phone, and I did not want it to go there.
Why?
Because I'm trying to draw, and I can't exactly draw on the outside of the thing on Procreate Dreams, because they did an update on it.
Oh, so you can't continue the...
Yeah, I can.
Lately I've been, I don't know if it might help you, it helps me, but I'll do regular Procreate for a sketch and then port it in as a photo for the flipbook and go from there. I absolutely hate using their layering.
Unfortunately for the actual animation part, because I'm doing bit by bit, I actually did do a main sketch.
Definitely positive.
Do you have My Hero going on in your background?
Well, yeah, because this scene Callie isn't in, so I don't need to change it. So I'm just kind of, the dialogue doesn't need to change. Yeah, I read the manga and I wrote it down, and now I'm watching the episode to see if I like the dialogue better in the anime than I do in the, like if it's funnier or if it's more teenager-like, you know what I mean? Because sometimes sometimes the manga is really stiff because of translation, but because of the voice actors, sometimes you get like a better feel for dialogue. But sometimes better information is in the manga, so I kind of compare them.
Okay.
So that, you're getting the best of both worlds. Like, you're getting All Might being a fucking doof, but you're getting better internal monologue for the characters,
That makes sense.
Just until when the story starts changing a lot more and we're no longer following the same plot, like the same events aren't happening, like it'll be easier for me to just kind of create it and then it'll go a lot faster. But until I get a really good feel for like how Kirishima deals with things, how Bakugo deals with things, how Shigaraki deals with things, like that's fine. But right now, kind of getting the hang of it and setting a precedent is what I'm trying to do, instead of just going with the anime, which they kind of shortened a lot of it. They do a lot of visual cues for backstory, which you're not getting in a book format. So referring to the manga is a little easier, and then converting the internal dialogue to the narrator's dialogue is what I've been doing.
Okay.
So, I got my little Sokka ponytail. Look at this little blue. And I know I've been not great with friends lately, and I feel bad about that.
Oh, you're alright.
Well, I want to be closer with my friends and spend more time with them, even if they're online. But I've been trying to get this done, and then the shit with my dad and my family friend happened. And the con's coming up. And like, okay, I need to prioritize real hard right now. Plus, we have to figure out how to get rid of vehicles that are unregistered in the yard. My dad is dadding out with his leg problem, so I have to figure out how I'm going to squeeze in mowing the lawn before I go to Ohio. Plus, I'm working 60, 70 hours a week right now.
So you're just like very busy.
Yeah, I don't exist. I'm adulting and I hate it. You can tell how stressed I am because look, right here. This is not normal. Like I've got so much bloat going on
I swear.
right on the underside of my chin.
Ah, okay. Sorry, I had to go
I'm
back to
extra
the thing.
chubby. I'm extra chubby right now. All right, I'm gonna take a quick break and put a coat of paint on this while I'm waiting.
Okay.
Um, I'm doing something absolutely fucking mindless, and I know that I shouldn't do it, but it's giving me something to do as a little break thing without getting involved into a huge project, so I guess that works.
Time to do like filler.
So, speaking of filler, so I have this little octagon, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, septagon looking motherfucker. And I have this house paint that I have, this leftover house paint, so I'm just kind of layer by layer just filling it in for some reason. It is absolutely meaningless. It is a Sisyphean task, but it gives me a quick break from this without getting involved in something.
Satisfy the HD.
Yeah, like it's like a fidget toy. I'm just like I do 2 coats on it. It dries. It gives me a chance to type until it dries. I do 2 coats and then because on the second coat it takes much longer to dry. Because then I don't have to get up and walk around because I'm changing my brain path. I'm not getting involved in a TV show. I'm not starting another project. It's right here, you know. And I'm like, do not touch your phone. Do not touch your phone. Do not go on character AI. Do not get distracted. You're only allowed character AI when you're in bed. When I'm not, I'll probably do that after I finish this this scene where I'm copying the words from. Yeah, probably do that after because I was just listening to regular music at that point in between these. Yeah, the lo-fi is definitely helpful.
My dad made banana pudding.
Oh my god, so I found this stuff that I am obsessed with. And my dad thinks it's stupid, but then again, he thinks a lot of the shit I do is stupid, but not in like a mean way. Just like you're a weird kid, you know? But I found like it's Sonic brand, like the drive-in place. But there's a banana pudding one, there's a strawberries and cream, and then there's a wild blueberry pudding mix. And I like to turn them into like tricolor pudding pops. And I've been, yeah, it's like, you know, banana pudding, strawberries and cream pudding, and then there's like a blueberries and cream pudding. But I have these unicorn swirl silicone molds that I put like a little bit of strawberry, a little bit of banana, a little bit of blueberry, and I freeze them. And them's are, and then I add protein powder to it, so it's like a snack that's good for you, you know. And I have like one snacky if I'm hungry, but I can't make myself eat because I'm stressed. But at least I get like a full serving of protein. Because I have the marshmallow fluff rise flavored protein powder.
My god. I just figured out something I could do on Dreams. I could make multiple tracks on Flipbook for appropriate dreams.
That was part of the update that I was like, oh, thank God.
tell how often
Hate
I
Dreams.
actually use Procreate Dreams.
With a cord like.
And Milo's just passed out.
Yeah, Milo's just done for the day.
Very much so, yes.
At least Brady's keeping him on a sleep schedule. That I'm happy with.
It's good for him. That is true. It's a little frustrating, though.
Why?
Because sometimes I want to hang out with my boyfriend after I get off of work. And 9 times out of 10, I'm working night shift.
Oh yeah, so like that doesn't happen. I don't even get to see my husband half the time, and then right now, like when he's awake, and we have some overlap. I'm typing, he's playing D&D, but at least we're in the same room.
That is the good part about parallel play. But
Yeah.
But what y'all do is not exactly the same, because y'all are both awake, getting to enjoy each other's company. Mofo is passed out.
Yeah.
He just started playing in my ear.
Us night shift girlies kind of have it rough in that department, where like our friends we can't see or talk to, or my dad gets frustrated because I'm not available to do housework and stuff because I'm passed the fuck out, and so I only have like 8 hours between bathing, feeding myself, driving home, driving to work to actually rest. And I can't really necessarily fall asleep right away, so like it boils down to like 8 hours or 5 hours.
Yeah.
And especially if I want to do anything for myself. But I called my friend Sora the other day at like 9 o'clock in the morning because it was like a Saturday morning or some shit. I'm like, well, she doesn't have work, but she's in the same time zone as me. No, she's an hour later. So it was like 10. And she's like, why the fuck are you calling me right now? It's fucking 10 in the morning. You just woke me up. And I'm like, because I don't get to talk to anybody. I think that's actually pretty neat. So your quirk is more than enough if you want to go pro, Midoriya. Lean forward.
Who are you referring to?
Kirishima.
You know what I just love? The Chef's
What?
Kiss? The Cookie
What?
Run Kingdom soundtrack.
Yeah. Well, tell me more about it.
Well, Bad and Dark from Bad 4, which was from the first music-based collab, just started playing, and both the Bad 4 her song as well as the new Bites song, both are different bands for Cookie Run Kingdom. The Bad 4 was during the BTS World Tour. The second one was during the K-pop Demon Hunters collab.
Oh, you froze a little bit.
Callie, I need your opinion. Should I continue doing this in Sketch, or should I just start over and ink it normally?
I think you should ink it normally and just pull the ripcord.
Okay.
Zero if I had. Last year.
I have been stressing out so hard about the end of this chapter
What's gonna be
because it's from
interesting?
Shigaraki. It's Shigaraki's perspective,
Ah,
and it's when he sees his sister for the first time. So you don't get to see Callie's reaction to seeing her brother for the first time. You see his reaction to seeing her for the first time, because it's more impactful for the story to see his spiral of villainy versus, her having PTSD.
I didn't even know that the Shigaraki were siblings.
Well, yeah. Well, they're like adopted siblings. Like, because she grew up with him with All for One, but she was really little when she met Tomura. She was like 6. So,
It's like, how could you
like,
do
that's her
this?
brother.
We grew up together. Dude, you treated me like garbage.
Well, it's a little more complicated than that. I'd recommend, if you have time, I know you have a lot going on, to read it in the server. I don't really get into it yet because I want a lot of the flashbacks about what happened with Callie to be from his perspective, not hers. Because I have her in the ADHD mindset of out of sight, out of mind, survival mode, versus him who's obsessing.
And unfortunately, that's like really bad with ADHD.
Right, like she's like, it's going in the box, I'm living my own life, it doesn't matter, I can't see it, can't touch me, whatever. It's not a problem until it's a problem.
Not the box.
Right, like she's very ADHD coded, and I did that for a reason because I didn't want, 2 of the characters to be back and forth having flashbacks the whole time. I wanted one of them to be obsessing about everything that has wronged him, and then have one character striving for better, but because her brain has shut that off.
I just realized this doesn't need to be a 30-second thing, but it does need to be like a 10-second thing. It'll make it a lot easier since this is supposed to be a small GIF for my PNG with little wiggles.
Maple Laser's got the perfect stuff. On the base,
Oh, come on, Aoyama, god damn it. Can't. How the fuck? Okay. Just his words, I'm like, how the fuck do I spell that?
French.
Nash. And Nash.
Aoyama is just very French.
Oui. Mon ami.
I am not French at all, dude. I say this with all the love in the world. Do not expect me to know how the hell. Well, anyway, that is done. I know like one French person.
So, funny thing, I wanted to learn French. My mouth can't do French.
Can your mouth do Spanish?
Sometimes.
Sometimes? Then it can sometimes do French.
Yeah. I have a real hard time with French. I wanted to learn it, couldn't do it. I was better at Italian. I learned a little bit of Italian. My grandfather was Italian.
Don't they like have very similar Latin roots?
Yeah, they do, but it's where they speak in their mouth that's the problem. French is all back here. Italian is at the bottom of your mouth. It's easier for me. So, consequently, speaking of Latin, I have worked for 2 years for this lovely couple who are off the boat Greek.
Mm-hmm.
They're in their 80s. They're wonderful. They treat me like I'm their grandchild. I almost never wear scrubs to their house because Nico, he doesn't like feeling like he's being watched by a healthcare professional. So I just show up as like the niece or something. I'd wear like a regular t-shirt, jeans, whatever, because we go out in public a lot.
I absolutely forgot that you did elder care.
Yeah. So I hang out with them as like a family member, just but I make sure that he has everything he needs, and I take care of. He has to go to the bathroom, that kind of stuff. So I've worked with these people almost every day for 2 years. Those are my main clients. They speak a lot in Greek. And he was going off about something. And mind you, this man is a complex human being.
As most old men are.
Well, he's a stubborn old Greek, number one. Number two, he's a spy.
I'm sorry, a what?
Originally, he moved to this country to be a spy for the Greek resistance against the Nazis.
So very old.
So, it's more like his father was here for that, and then he came in afterwards for destabilizing governments and, getting the intel on the U.S. and, it's this whole huge James Bond fucking espionage bullshit, right? And now he's just an old guy with Alzheimer's that, struggles sometimes. Well, he's dementia, not Alzheimer's.
Okay, so before you continue your story, I am going to remind you, I am streaming on both YouTube and Twitch. Is this really a story that should be told live over the internet?
Well, it doesn't matter anymore. I'm not going into it. That's just it. I know this guy, his family's done some shit. Whatever. That's it.
Sorry, had to make sure.
Yeah, no. I'm not gonna give him away. I'm not giving his name or anything. Other than his nickname. Which, how many Nikos are in existence?
Just
Old Greek dude. So anyway, sometimes he'll slip into stories about stuff that he's done in Greek, and I'm like, buddy. And he was going off one day, like a week and a half ago, about some thing that he was fussing about, and he was mixing two stories together, and I kind of recognized one versus the other, and I was just like, oh, Apisu. And he's like, huh? And Maria, his wife, she turns around, she goes, basically just told him, hey, shut the fuck up. Because I've been picking it up, so now, occasionally my brain will just Greek. You know?
I might have zoned out for a minute.
That's fine. He was going off about a story, he was being really fussy, and I was just like, oh, Afisu. Tael, which is my brain has just decided, we're gonna speak Greek now. I'm like, what the fuck?
And that's what happens when you spend a large majority of time with someone that speaks different language.
Right. And Marie was asking me if I grabbed the water bottle, and I was just like, now I have to actually think about it, but Stovites Nero? I was just like, oh, the water's on the stove. I was like, oh, okay. It's just, I picked up Greek now. Fantastic. I feel like smugly is better than sardonically in this situation.
That's kind of crap. I want to do that again.
Clicky, clicky, clicky.
Yeah, I got very clicky keyboard.
We both have very clicky keyboard.
Some people like the clicky keyboard.
Scratches my brain. You know, since I started using the camera more often when I'm not, I won't use the camera on chat when I'm like in bed or whatever because there's no reason for it. But I started using the camera more when I'm up sitting typing, and I have not noticed how expressive my face is until now. Like, I do not have a poker face. I am a fucking cartoon character. I kind of want to make, like, a cartoon version of me at some point. Not just, you know, Callie, because she obviously doesn't look like me, but...
Art version of you?
Yeah, of just regular me, like a caricature of my dumbass.
I'm looking at you. What is the thing on the side of your head? I just noticed it.
That's... What thing?
There's like a little scruff.
It's my hair. I have a half shave that's growing up.
Okay. Okay.
I have a lot of hair.
Making sure I wasn't going crazy. And
Well, you know.
what the hell is that? The wonderful thing about being able to go straight.
Look at my husband got me. It's your book.
It's a little book.
What is an eraser?
Nice.
There's lots of them. For my arts. I posted on Facebook, I'm like, I am an author, I am an artist, I am critically underslept.
I work food service at a 24-hour restaurant. I've also...
Which restaurant?
Waffle.
What the fuck is that?
Waffle. The House of Waffle.
Waffle? No, Waffle House. I have a problem with Waffle House.
Why do you have a problem with Waffle House?
Because I like Waffle House and the closest one is 5.5 hours away.
You should drive down here in order to visit me during work.
I should just come down there anyway.
What's happening this weekend? You totally could if you went to MomoCon.
Yeah, no, I can't. My fucking Jeep will not make it until I fix my sensors. Keep misfiring.
No, damn.
I am planning on visiting people's though. You are out in where again? Because he's in Delaware. You are.
Pointed out MomoCon. Where was MomoCon?
I don't know where MomoCon is.
It's in Georgia.
Oh,
Actually, I think specifically.
where? How
in Atlanta.
far is Georgia from me?
Georgia is pretty far.
I'd have to stay with your ass for a while.
That's okay. I could rub it in Milo's face that I got
I'll cook for you.
I'll accept
Dude,
it.
that is a...
But I am going
Why,
to
why
remind
does it...
What?
I was just trying to figure out why in the absolute shit it's telling me walking distance to your place.
Pretty sure that's about 3 days, maybe a week.
This is 15 days.
15? Damn.
Yeah. So it's a 17-hour
It is very much a long
drive
You wanna know what's
to
funny?
Georgia, the center. Yeah, I'd have to get tickets.
Yeah.
So the next time there's a con down there, I'll probably just come hang out with you.
Yeah. If I have my own place by then.
Are you working on that, or?
Slowly. Things are expansive.
Then you can always come up here if you want, and we
I
can
don't
go to
wanna
Six
fly.
Flags. It's 4 minutes from my house. Well, you'd have to go this far. You'd need to take a plane.
I'd rather drive. I've never been on a plane.
It's honestly not that bad. I was really scared the first time, and I was like, oh, okay. Or you can take the train or a Greyhound.
I've never been on. Ironically enough, I don't actually think there are any trains in Georgia that would go there.
Let me see. Amtrak's Crescent train is a direct passenger rail option from Georgia to Springfield, Massachusetts. Peachtree Station in Atlanta. Average travel time about 25 hours.
Woo. That is.
Can range anywhere from 200 to 600 one way. Which is about right for plane tickets. Anyway, so.
Fun fact, I have never been on a plane.
Yeah, you said that. I'm just saying the price is about the same, you could do 2.5 hours or a day, for the same price. And planes are really not bad. They're really not. I got distracted by the clouds. I got a window seat and I was just like, ooh, fluffy. And then I was like, oh, we're in Florida now. It's not the same, and with gas prices, driving up here would be fucking ridiculous. Well, if you want to get a car and drive your ass up here, you're more than welcome.
I would if I could. If I had a car, I'd already be up there. Her and Milo would and have to be he the only one around on Brady would not be the only one around Milo. I would be in a cuddle pile with my partners. It's just like, I want the cuddle pile. Why has my stream froze? God. Okay.
Do you need a vehicle? Like, is it just price, or?
Car expensive, and I am broke Waffle House server.
That's fair.
Who has about $600 to $700 in student loans to pay off.
I mean, if you want to work with the kids with disabilities in the school system, you could always move up here and take the spare room. Because I have another car I'm fixing up over here.
No offense to them, and I don't want to sound like an asshole for it, but doesn't that like require certification and a college degree that I don't have? No?
Nope, you're just the TA assistant who helps kids with ADHD.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
Well, ain't that a coinky dink?
I can send you the information about it. Yeah, I'm trying to get it. Their website's being stupid. I have to just send my resume directly to, bless you, the HR manager. But they're always hiring, and it's one of those companies. Like, if you're shitty with the kids, they'll drop you quick. But if you're like a decent human being, they give you pay raises really fast. And I don't know what minimum wage is down in Georgia, but ours starts at $15.50. Yeah, so you'd be making double what you're making down there immediately off the bat, and that's with any job up here. And then that company, Kind Regards, which is the company, they started 18, and then you get more from beyond that. And they also pay for your education if you want certification. I'm over here trying to steal Kana.
What?
I'm over here trying to steal you. I'm like, you start at $18. They'll pay for your education if you want certification.
I wouldn't have anywhere to go.
What do you mean?
I would be homeless.
I have a spare room.
How much would rent be?
I don't know.
Nice.
I don't know. I think what my dad was looking at last time was like 400, 500, but that ain't shit up here, at least.
Sorry, I heard you go many and shit. Just like, wow.
And my aunt lives down the street, and she's got an in-ground pool. And my other aunt lives across town. She got horses and chicken. My mom has a burn pit. I have a burn pit. There's 2 acres of land. You can dick around in. We have cats. They're lovely.
You are really trying to steal me away. You're trying to kidnap me. It's partially working.
Look, the room, it already has a bed in it. It's a memory foam. Do you like snakes? Are you terrified of snakes?
No, I'm not terrified of snakes.
Because there's a snake in there. I just didn't know if I needed to move the snake. But there's bureaus in there. It's completely furnished, and it's marigold yellow, and the trim is black, so it's a fun color.
Nice. Will I touch
And
the
it
snake
overlooks a
properly?
magnolia
Will I
tree.
admire it from afar? Absolutely.
What? You cut out.
Will I touch the snake voluntarily? Absolutely not. Will I admire it from afar? Absolutely. Will I see if I can
Yeah, she's pretty
try to
cool.
feed it? Absolutely. If there is another person with me who can possibly take it away when I'm done, absolutely. Then take a picture.
Yeah.
I'll be holding it that way I can send it to my sister because she absolutely loves snakes.
Yeah, well, I have 2 of them. I've got a hognose, and I've got a ghost corn snake, and she's honestly like, if you put your hand in her cage, she will strike because she's territorial. You take her out of the cage, she is a fucking pile of love. I don't know what math is involved with that, but that's just how it works.
Just fear.
Yeah, if you're in, because I think she thinks you're it, like, because the only time we ever put our hands in there, because I'll use the hook to pick her up, is when we're feeding her. So she might think hot thing in her cage is food, you know? You take her out of the cage, she's just like, oh, hey, what's going on? I'm just going to lay here.
It's like, ooh, what? Friends?
And then she becomes one with your shirt material.
And I wear hoodies.
I'm going to have to move my Funkos then. Because my books. Yeah. So when you get summer times off, working with the kids, and you get paid unemployment for the whole time. So you have like 3 months where you're just not working but getting paid. But you can also pick up a part-time seasonal job if you wanted to and still make money on top of your unemployment. Or you can just take the time off. Or you can join a summer camp and do the same thing in summer camp. Healthcare is pretty good up here. Which I know is a big selling point for a lot of people. Mass Health usually will cover vision, not necessarily dental, but like me, my husband, he has private because he works. So he goes to him, it just comes out of his paycheck. My dad, who works a lot less, he never has to pay for fucking anything, ever. And there's also a couple of clinics up here that are sliding scale, which are kind of cool. So like it goes on your income what your deductible is. The only thing that sucks up here is property taxes, which wouldn't be a problem because it's New England. What? Plus, I need a fishing buddy. No, he doesn't fish. Over here, like, kind of livable income, friends, fun things to do.
God damn it, quit trying to drag me to the dark side.
New England, fall seasons, apple picking, horseback riding.
Let me be a broke bitch.
art friends and weirdos in D&D. Because if you're bored and I'm bored and there's nothing going on, you're getting in the car and we're going to do something.
We did a thing.
No.
Crap.
How do you feel about weapons? Like guns?
Are they my favorite? No. Do I think blades look cool as hell? Absolutely.
Okay.
If given the opportunity, would I learn to handle a firearm? Maybe, but it will never be in the house. And if I ever did end up moving in with Milo, I would not have a single firearm in the house. I'd have probably need some knives like Loki does, but I would not have a firearm due to their safety concerns.
So, Massachusetts is really strict when it comes to gun laws. If you own a firearm, it needs to have a safety lock on at all times unless in use. It can't be in use on private property unless it exceeds 5 acres, which is about the distance of the allowed firearm for you to own. It's not going to be a danger beyond 5 acres. And it can't be residential. So you can't just fire it off in your backyard unless you're facing, a mountain or, woods, that kind of thing. And even then, if it's state woods, there's some rules about that. Beyond that, semi-automatic weapons need to be separated from any and all ammunition, and any firearm, including sidearms, need to be locked. It is in a concealed carry state, but if it is not on your person, it needs to be also in a gun safe or a lockbox. So you have now 3, because it can't have ammunition in it. It has to have a gun lock on it, and it has to be in a lockbox. You got 3 modes of safety for storing. In our house, we have a few weapons. We've got an M1 Garand. We have a couple of sidearms that I've used when I go out with my buddies shooting. And then we have a Brown Bess. The Brown Bess is the only one that isn't locked, because you have to fucking stuff that thing with, gunpowder and a thing, and a bullet or a plug, and then also have flint in it. We just take the flint out, because if there's no flint, you ain't firing the motherfucker. So that one's just kind of decorative. We do use it when we do reenactments, but then we assemble the whole thing, and you got the gunpowder, and you got the plugs, and you got flint engaged. But without the flint, nothing's happening.
That's kind of thing?
What?
Like who lives, who dies, who tells your story kind of thing?
Yeah, we'll do 18th century down at the Smith's house, which is across town, which is a historical monument that's been there since it was built about that time. So we'll do, a big cookout thing. We'll invite people over from the Historic Society and people to come from the community to come check it out. We'll have reenactors present, musicians, that kind of thing. We'll do a live fire where we, aim skyward, fire in a line, so people can witness what the firearms were like in that time, that kind of thing. Everybody's in character. But there are firearms in the house, but we respect it as a weapon, not as a toy in our household, and we follow all the rules. Because you do not pick up a weapon unless you are respecting it, or unless you intend to do damage to someone.
You're really trying to convince me to move down there, aren't you?
I'm also just like, every time I bring up guns, most of my friends are liberals. They're like, what the fuck? And I'm like, no, no, no. Like, I like hunting and I reenact. So that's why we have them. It's not just like, oh, look at my firearms. Like, they're for a thing, you know?
Okay, so this is like a normal thing that you'll end up getting into.
Yeah, like they'll be like, why? And I'm just like, because I like venison, okay? I like turkeys, I like venison.
Like that.
I like
What can I say?
wild boar. I like, I hunt and I prepare the meat. That's why I took a job as a butcher so that I could learn how to butcher these animals.
You were a butcher?
Yeah, I was a butcher for like 3 years because I'm one of those people where I view careers as opportunity rather than I just need a paycheck. So if I want to learn how to do a skill, I will find an entry-level job that will teach me how to do the skill and pay me to do it rather than taking that class. So I wanted to learn how to butcher because I wanted, I was a survivalist for a long time where I wanted to learn how to, if somebody kicks out the plug, what happens, So I learned fibercraft and I learned how to preserve food and I learned how to kill wild animal and make it into usable product. Yeah. So I, right after COVID, there was an opening to work at Sutter's Meat as a butcher's assistant. And I was just like, you know what? I really wanted to learn how to do this. And classes to learn how to do butchery is really fucking expensive. If I just wash dishes for a couple of months and then kind of wiggle worm my way into learning that, then I get paid to learn it.
If I remember correctly, that's how most cooks get started with
Yeah, networking is really something that a lot of people forget that you really should do in career paths. Like, don't just go for what your degree says that you should do. Go for a little bit under and then learn how they do it and then put that in your tool belt and then move on. Like, don't stay in the same place anymore. It's not worth it. Minimum wage or your rate is not going to affect your tenure anymore the way it used to. You're going to be paid more and for your accrued skills at another place once you learn everything you can learn in that job position. Move. That's why I don't really stay anywhere longer than 3 years anymore.
Well, if any of our class...
Kirishima, shut up.
It's up real quick. It's General Gamba.
Because this is being annoying.
Okay, that's not at all the fucking seating arrangement that was in the book, and now I'm mad. I need something sour. Gummy bears. I know it always looks like I'm just like over here popping like weed gummies, but no.
No, it is not the weed.
Shower. Will pop the weed gummies, but
No.
the sour ones
Not
help my brain.
weed. No.
I usually do when I need to sleep or I have really bad anxiety. I used to take the anti-anxiety medication. It made me a psychopath.
What?
I had a really bad reaction to it. I was just like so disconnected and like unfeeling to everything. And me being an empath was weird. Like I would just be like, no, care, or I would do really shitty things impulsively that were just assholey. And I'm like, I really don't like this. And then I started doing gummies once in a while, and they're not like super strong. They're like 2.5 milligrams. They're really weak. And I'm just like, oh, I feel better now. I'm not even high. I just feel loose, you know? If I want to go to bed though, I'll probably have like 2 or 3 of them and just pass out. But that's when I know I'm not going to need to be anywhere for 8-10 hours.
8 to 10 hours.
Yeah, it'll knock me the fuck out. What?
I said that makes sense.
And I'm not one of those people that'll like smoke a joint or go take some gummies and then go driving or go do something. Because I know if I'm gonna be high, I'm gonna be out of fucking commission.
If you are going to be available mentally, then stay.
That's my plan for
Right.
Wednesday.
Why? What's going on?
Nothing. I have to work. Don't want to do anything.
Are you working tomorrow? It's Memorial Day.
Yeah. I gotta work Memorial Day from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Speaking of pot.
Luckily enough, I'm probably lucky that I only have to do that.
This is annoying. I just want the match to fucking light. I've been through 4 of them already. What the fuck? Alright, you shit bag. So this is a chillum. It shows you how much I actually smoke. This is 4 years old. Take
I don't know what the hell I just looked at.
It's basically a little pack in their tiny little hole. No, it's basically full. That part that's filled is still full. Like I'll take like a half a puff once in a great while when I'm just like, okay, I need to be creative, and that's it. Versus my mom who'll go through like 4 of these in a week.
Should I be concerned?
She's got a lot of pain. Like, she had breast cancer, and they fucked up her lymph nodes in her side, and she got a lot of pain.
It's been a while since I did any sort of animation properly. I forget how long and tedious they are. Unless I'll like get on my phone and want to grab a thing. Upset, I figured out a way to have my own stuff playing while y'all get non-DMCA music.
Sure, but Bakugo's always angry, so he'll never be that popular.
Frappy. I really hope my stream doesn't get in trouble.
Why?
Because of the stuff that we've talked about. I'm not sure if it's...
I'm sorry. I don't really know the rules on that.
Me neither. That's why I hope I don't get in trouble. I don't stream often. I really hope it's not something that's going to get me in trouble. As far as I'm aware, I think we're good. If I else of otherwise, I will let you know.
Also, I keep forgetting you're streaming. What did you say, frog face? Frog face. Admonishment. Ha, that's a good word. I know. See, in the anime, they make Kaminari into being This is such a disgusting conversation. Fucking yeah, you Rosie. She acts all high and mighty, and then like all of her front is out, and I'm just like, girl.
Girl's gotta have some way to
Girl.
bring out all of her stuff. She can't exactly pull it all out of her skirt. Sometimes you gotta use the anime trope of pulling out her titties.
You have no right to pass judgment when you got more of a plunge than a Victoria's Secret model.
As someone who has made a thick-thighed
Lame.
woman,
Yeah, but instead of
have high schoolers just throwing all their stuff out their undies. That's nasty. You don't know where they've been. That they're minors.
So I was
Time of the show.
last chapter. I was like torturing myself because I was giving Uraka some justice, and I hated every minute of it.
How so?
Well, because she's supposed to be best friends with Midoriya, right? They're supposed to develop a friendship that you never really see. So I was like actually giving her meaningful conversation with the guy trying to be friends with him, instead of just being awkward and stupid and then him being flustered. I'm also kind of leaning into the she's a valley girl kind of thing, like she's, you know, the dumb brunette. And then she gets her, yeah, like she gets her character arc a little bit later, where you start seeing that she kind of gets it now. She goes from being like the sunshine girl to like, ooh, okay, this is what heroics means, this is how I feel, you know, that kind of thing. Because like there's so many interactions with her in the beginning where she's a complete dumb. Like a complete dumb. And you're like, why would you say that? Like that is venomous behind a smile, ma'am. Like you're watching somebody getting absolutely roasted and she's like, yeah, it's kind of fun though. I'm like, girl.
Like, girl, where?
Like you are a closet mean girl.
Where?
Yeah, she closet mean girl. So I was trying to give her more of like a substantial character base instead of just being gay. And that is her whole plot line. Like I want her to have her own feelings and drive and more than just like, oh, I want to be a hero so I can make money for my parents. But I'm like, you need some substance, girly. You're reasonably intelligent. Yeah, like you are reasonably intelligent. You get good grades. They prove that you get good grades. There's no way you're this stupid. So we're gonna have you kind of come back a little bit from that and start having your aspirations, especially with hanging out with the girls and figuring out what kind of hero you want to be. It's not just making money, right? Like you have a taste of actual heroics. You've fought villains. You've had to deal with Toga. Like, what does that look like for you? You know? So I'm trying to remind myself that I don't like her character as written, but I like the potential that she has. You know?
You love her potential, you do not like her character, period.
Yeah, because her character's frustrating because she was trained by Gunhead. She has the potential to be a really badass hero, especially with martial arts. And they just don't go into that ever. They're just like, oh yeah, she's just cute and adorable and sometimes helps out Midoriya when he needs it. And then he frets over her when she fails. Like, no! She's an intelligent woman. And she has skills, and she's being trained by a pro hero, and she has confidence, and she has a quirk that she understands how to use relatively well. She's adjusted her hero costume to accommodate it and to expand on her skill set. What is her journey as a hero rather than just being the eye candy?
That makes sense.
And I figured because Callie also she doesn't do martial arts, but she does close range agility combat, that, yeah, she would probably spar with Ochako a lot. Probably won't. She doesn't have a falling out with Ochako until the incident with Bakugo, where he gets taken by the League, but that's some trauma thing. But up until that point, she would probably train with Ochako a lot because Ochako is friendly, and Callie's trying to make friends and trying to find where she fits in to her new reality. Why wouldn't she, Especially if she's the only other girl that could, actually spar with her hand to hand, unlike Momo, who just makes material, or Tsuyu, who flicks around being a frog. She's a rescue hero, that's what she does. She's not a frontline hero like Callie. Or Hagakure, who doesn't fight hand to hand. She is a stealth hero. Or Jiro, who is a long-range emitter type hero. Or Mina. You might fight with Mina, but the best fit for a good sparring partner that is a female when she's trying to connect to other girls would be Ochako.
When she's trying to learn to be more girly.
Right, like she would probably spend more time with Ochako and, have her dry, sarcastic wit versus Sunshine Girl, which is a really nice, dichotomy. Kind of like, like Wednesday Addams in the Werewolf Girl situation. So that's a nice little flavor. And then, you can see Callie's development with her skill set and Ochako's development with her skill set when it comes to fighting. Strong female leads, right?
Sure.
And then you have the issue with when Bakugo gets taken and Uraka's like, I don't think we should go after him because, like, he might get mad at us, and what if he wants to be there?
Take a toxically masculine teenager who will eventually learn better. Or of course he's going to get mad because he couldn't escape on his own.
Right. And Callie's just like, what kind of a hero are you if you're not willing to go save people who need to be saved? It doesn't matter what his feelings are. He's in danger, And then there's the falling out because then it's, Ochako being, like not kind of understanding what heroics is yet because she hasn't really faced it in her storyline. And Callie's understanding of heroics of you don't leave people behind. And then you have that clashing point where Ochako has a moment to grow and learn, and Callie learning, maybe I shouldn't snap at people from about their perspective that she learns after the rescue attempt. Huh?
About their opinions.
Right, like, because she reacts with anger, Callie still needs to learn that aggression isn't always going to fix things. Because she damages her relationship with Ochako.
What?
And that's important. Because she goes to therapy. She does counseling with Hound Dog. She has been to therapy since the issue with All for One. But, she still hasn't learned how to be a teenager. She didn't have any of those steps. She didn't have a childhood, really. So she needs to learn, and she's not going to do that without making mistakes. And that's what I want to do, is I want to see her fail and be human and say shitty things to people and then feel bad about it and then have to then deal with the fallout of her damaged relationship with Ochako and then come to an understanding later of I am a jerk sometimes, and I'm learning that, you know? But she's also emotionally constipated and a little, you know, like out of sight, out of mind. So there will be distance and, you know, tension and irritation. And then, especially when Midoriya leaves, and all Ochako does is kind of pout about it. And Callie's like, my guy, if you're that worried, leave to go find him. Well, we can't because rules. I'm like, does it matter if he's going to die? He's out there fighting him. No, yeah, the answer is no. Like, you need to get your priorities straight. And then Callie leaves, and then, you know, Ochako has to sit with that and sit with the rest of the class. And months go by as she's kind of grappling with, you know, her take on heroics and thinking about Toga and, you know, what's the right call in this situation? Is heroics following the rules, or is heroics is doing what's right? Which then you kind of come in conflict with Hero Society and what they've been taught, that heroes enforced law
Like
versus heroes that heroes that enforce law versus heroes that act when needed. And then, you know, you see more cracks in the Hero Society. It kind of emphasizes that point by making her sit with that. And you see another person realizing the flaws in society, which is why I'm trying to, like, group by group kind of highlight that Hero Society is the problem. And then it's created all of the problems that they deal with. Why there's such a big bad issue with Shigaraki is because of Hero Society. And that's why they're dealing with so many villains. That's why heroes are necessary. It's because they've made an outlet to create a system that turns out villains from people that don't fit into civilian and hero. It's creating a system where they're needed, and it's a cycle. And then when Bakugo gathers the class and is like, I know Izuku, he's going to get himself killed because he doesn't know when to stop. And if Freckles already left, we can't sit here anymore. And I want Ochako to be the one who backs Bakugo up. Not Kirishima, not Kaminari. I made the mistake with you. I'm not going to make this mistake again. You're right. You know?
Giving them characters character development.
Right. And then I want her to have that growth of understanding what is heroics and then side with a character she really doesn't like. Because that means that she's putting the situation over her personal feelings for the first time.
She realizes just how wrong she actually is.
Right. And it reinforces Horikoshi's message that you end up seeing by the end of the series of save and be saved. Her experience with turning her back on Bakugo saved her in a way where she's learning to grow and evolve on the type of hero she wants to be. She wants to save humans. Not necessarily kill the bad guy because she doesn't like, you know,
Murder.
Using her quirk to hurt people, but she wants to be able to save people. And that means sometimes from themselves. So that's what I've been doing with Ochako, anyway.
Okay.
First my fingers in place.
Oh, I didn't even pick up on that. She doesn't say, oh, it's just kind of fun, though. She says it's kind of fun listening to them fight. Like, what? No. Funny.
Granted, she does have, like, I can't remember if she's an only child or not.
Yeah.
I know Sue's not.
Yeah, she's got a lot of brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
She has 4 of them, I think. Oh, we're not doing first names, that's right. Um, I'm gonna skip. I'm not gonna add what Aizawa says because he doesn't say anything important. Um,
Doesn't say anything.
he just says, "All right, we're
important?
here," and then it changes theme. Well, in this instance, he doesn't add to the argument that they're having on the bus. He just says, "Okay, we're here," and then the scene changes. So I'm just gonna skip that.
I absolutely forgot you were at training camp.
Yeah, we're at the USJ, which is giving me. Well, you don't know how much anxiety I'm dealing with about this.
You got
Because
this.
it's the big fight that sets up the rest of the series. It's no longer like, oh, we're just going to school or hero kids where, everything is bright and perfect. Callie's working on making friendships with Kaminari, Sero, and Kirishima. Like, things are looking good. She's no longer in foster care. She just realized that she's going to spend the next 3 years with these guys in the dorms. So might as well actually make friends. She actually has an opportunity to make friends and not, have them ripped away from her again. She's going through that. She's feeling good about herself. And then her brother shows up. I think I'm going to add that it was reinforced glass, just to kind of emphasize, when All Might comes crashing through it, dude is strong. It's taking so much longer to type out the chapters and make sure that I hit at least 15 to 20 pages because I got rid of the spaces between dialogue because I was looking at formatting. I was just like, oh, I shouldn't be doing that because there's no reason to do that. So now it's a lot more compressed. I'm like, oh god, I lost half my volume. Shit. Because there was 4 pages of just straight spaces. Oopsies. Yeah.
Over here. Stop messing around. Line it there. Hello, everyone. I've been waiting for you.
I feel like, hot take, that 13 is one of the most attractive heroes. Like, pro heroes. I can never tell if 13 is a guy or girl. I don't think I care. But they're just really freaking cute. Like, they're in their mid-20s and, like, have that short, like, green and yellow hair. And, like, doe eyes. It's fucking pretty. Pretty.
It's the space hero 13. The chivalrous. Hello, everyone. I've been waiting for you. It's just.
Alright, fanboy, calm down.
Space hero 13.
I think it's a guy because, like, you usually hear the word chivalrous. In association with 13.
People from disasters. Across the world. My favorite heroes.
I feel like that qualifies as a squeal.
I can't wait to show you what's inside.
Now we're gonna skip that.
A landslide, a fire, a windstorm, etc. I created this training facility. To deal with it. Every time such as that.
Are you okay, Dale? Are you okay? You're just up really late. You're just up really late. Well, yeah, because I work nights. I don't apologize. It's just I'm not tired now.
I call it sleep. The eyes are seeing simulation. Please join. Guess what?
Universal Studios Japan. Hey, shouldn't All Might be here already? Let me guess. People. Interview with.
I love the sass Aizawa throws about All Might constantly. This man does not like the symbol of peace. You okay? Or I was just absolutely losing her mind.
What this means is if you take your time and plan things out and make sure that you are set up to perform that job as flawlessly as you can, you're going to have a much better result.
Also, another thing that I wanted to kind of highlight is they never let characters just be friends with characters of the opposite gender, with it not being an issue. There's always tension, and it's weird. I'm like, why? Why? Why can't girls be friends with guys?
Because they're homophobic.
Like, come on. It's not that hard, guys.
The worst thing you can do is rush through something and then take 3 times as long as you need to because you have to troubleshoot all these weird issues. And what's even worse than that is you end up with lingering doubts as to whether your workmanship is good. So don't be that person. Take your time and really enjoy the process as much as you can and try to make the product as perfect as you can. Then you'll be able to rely on this thing for years to come.
Currently.
Then you'll be able to rely on this thing for years to come.
The ball is back. Power play. He's right.
Alright. This should be only just the tail end of the rescue exercises. I'll be there as soon as I can. That man is the highest irresponsible